What You Looking At production. Hi, this is What You Looking At today with another airsoft review. This is the remade review of the TSD UMP UMG. As I said before, there's maybe 2 or 3 guns I'm going to remake on, just because you know, I wanted to refresh them, be more in depth. I already did that with the AK-4S systems. And also, you might notice the new intro, it's about a little bit less than 30 seconds long. The audio is all by me, the voice and the guitar. So that's no one else's music. It's just a couple of little chords I play just to hype up the intro, you know, make it sound better. So here we go. First off with some background information. The TSD UMP UMG is based off the Heckler & Koch model of the UMG. It comes in 3 different cartridge sizes in real life. It shoots the 45 caliber ACP, which is pretty much like the Model 1911 45. It shoots also a 40 caliber Smith & Wesson, and it also shoots a 9x19 millimeter Parabellum, which is pretty much like what the MP5 shoots. Start out here. Normal magazine capacity in real life for the 45 caliber is 25, and then for the 9mm and the Smith & Wesson 40 caliber is 30 rounds. So it's pretty much just like any standard submachine or assault rifle holding up to 30 rounds in a normal magazine. Also, if you don't know by now, Heckler & Koch is based in Germany. That's the origin of this gun. The action on the real gun is a blowback closed bolt. In real life, the rate of fire of this gun is 550 to 650 rounds per minute, which is actually pretty much what this gun shoots with 8.4 volt as an airsoft gun. And I've already gone over the mag sizes. The difference with the airsoft, or actually similarities, the length is the same, the height from the end of the pistol grip to the iron sight is the same. Weight is within 8 ounces of the real gun, which is always nice, you know, get that realism. The only difference is that the body is not made of the same material. This is more of like a kind of rubberized ABS plastic, and I think the real one's made of carbon fiber or some polymer. You know, really, really tough on the real gun. And also for this is a non-blowback gun, but it does have a functional bolt, which is my favorite feature. You pull back the bolt, and then you got the bolt catch right here, or the charging handle, my fault. You got the charging handle right here. You pull it back, then over here, as you see, your bolt's open. You got your bolt catch right here. You push it down all the way. You can let the bolt go down. You flip it over, or the charging handle will go down, and then as you see, the bolt's still open. Push the bolt catch, it goes right in. That adds a lot of realism because that's exactly how the real gun goes. The bolt stays open when you reload a mag. You just push the bolt catch and it goes forward. Okay, also going to the FPS of this gun. Using .20 gram BBs, you're going to pump out when you first get out of the box 330 FPS, and then after about 1,000 BBs, when you let the spring settle, you can plan to see close to 295 and maybe up to 300, because the spring settles in the gun and then it's more consistent on the FPS. With .23s, I wouldn't necessarily use them unless since it only has an 8-inch barrel, maybe a little bit shorter than that, which is also the same length on the real gun. Like, say if you're in the field and you want to get a little bit more accurate, you might only be pumping out 250 FPS, but the BB might go straighter. I haven't tried it with .23s yet, but it might be something I might try in the future. Also, with this gun, it came stock with a 8.4 volt battery. It looks kind of cheap, you know, since it's only looks like a duct tape material on the front, and then it has like these, like, I don't want to say, it looks like printed on there and then rolled on. It looks really cheap, but the battery worked really good. I got an ROF of maybe 600, maybe a little bit less, which is really slow for the gun, and that's why I bought a 9.6 volt at the same time, and that actually makes the gun shoot about 750 rounds per minute, or BBs per minute, which is really good. So I usually use the 9.6 in this, and then if my 9.6 runs out, I still always have the 8.4 volt battery to go to. With both batteries, I can probably get about 2,500 BBs before I have to charge them up. But then again, if you guys know, when I play, I really don't like to go fully auto. I like to conserve my ammo until I get up and know I have the shot, and then I blast on them. So, yeah, overall, nice finish on the gun, especially for a $100 gun. You know, the orange tip is kind of big, but, you know, if you want to cover half of it up, just leave that 1/4 inch you need to be able to be legal. You know, you can go ahead and do that if you want, but make sure you leave the front tip of it on, not the, don't cover the front and then leave part of the back, because then the cops might think it's a real gun still. I'll still think it's a real gun, period, just how real it is. Also, this didn't come with the gun. It was a bipod foregrip that broke on me, so I just used the foregrip. Also, this gun came with a cheap red dot scope, a flashlight, and a laser. I gave all those away, but I'm getting a new red dot scope that I'm going to put up here just to have it for the gun. Also, I think this is the actual original sling. It's really cheap, but using both hooks, it's really good as a 1-point sling. So yeah, that's how I use it. You can throw it right around your back, have it over your shoulder. Also, the original magazine holds 300 BBs. Both of these magazines, I've read online, they don't feed well. They're horrible. I really haven't had any problems at all with my magazines, so I guess I've just been fortunate. Original magazine, as I just said, 300. I think it can hold it to 330. And then the extra magazine I bought, it was only about 15 bucks, and it holds 550 rounds. I don't see how they made it hold that much extra. Maybe it's just like the inside of the magazine itself. Also, when I bought the gun, I got G&G magazine clamps. They work pretty well. When I go out there, I usually have them clamped together, just because I have them. And they're actually they clip there really good. And you have both magazines. Wind up both magazines. With both, you can get about 40 BBs before you have to wind up again, because the magazine is so long that the reservoir, they do hold a lot, and then in here itself it's so long that you can have 40 to 50 BBs get loaded up into the gun before you have to wind your wheel again. Also, if you don't know, mag pulls, I've already said before, they're really stiff. They're not the best, but they do their job. You still get to the winding wheel, and I used electrical tape just to keep the same color of the gun. Load them right in. Really good. Get to the winding wheels now. One of them is white, which is the one that came with the gun. You can see that. And then the other one is black, which is the one that didn't come with the gun that I bought extra. They both wind back with the gun, so they wind backwards, which makes it really good. You can run and have your hand under it and shoot normally. You don't have to have your hand go all the way around and wind it forward like some of their guns. You can have your gun hand back here, winding it like that while shooting, which is another perk to the gun, or another pro. Okay, getting on to the parts that are metal and not metal now. If I haven't said already, foregrip that didn't come with the gun, all plastic. It's not the cheapest plastic, but it's not the best plastic, but it stays up there fine, does its job. It was only like 10 bucks, so it's lasted me well. RAS rail on this side, full metal, of course, full metal Allen screws that hold it in place. Then you got the bolt cover right here. That's metal. It's actually a really good quality metal. I don't even think it's aluminum. I think this little piece is steel, but I could be wrong. But really nice metal. Then going on, fire selector switch. Of course, that's going to be metal. This is an ambidextrous fire selector switch too, as long as with the magazine release, since it's on the bottom of the gun. Metal trigger guard. Pistol grip, like on most guns, is not metal, but this is actually the same rubberized feel to the rest of the gun. And honestly, I've never tried to disassemble this gun because it's really difficult, because it's not like a takedown body. But yeah, you're able to get in the gun and change a spring or change your motor if you wanted to. Okay, moving on to the back, you have the adjustable cheek rest on top. I never saw a reason to, so I threw away the extra plates for it. But you see right there, there's one screw and two screws you take out, and you can put a bigger or smaller cheek rest there, say if you have goggles on. Really nice. You got a rubberized butt on the stock. You can pull it right off, and I don't know if you'd want to, but yeah, you can just pull it off if you want to. It's not like the G36 where you can actually store something in there like a screwdriver. If you had seen, I had done that before on my G36 when I used to have it. Okay, also folding stock, really nice. And the only complaint I've ever had on this gun has to do with the battery. The gun is only made to fit an 8.4 volt battery. Let me show you real quick. As you see, the battery, it fits right in there perfectly. But then, as I said, I wanted the 9.6, and you'll see the problem as I fit it in here. But I can still close the stock, and I'm going to get to that too. As you see, it sticks out the gun just slightly. So if you see this right here, it looks like a broken piece of plastic. It was the trap door that kept the battery in the gun. I ended up cutting that off, and with a little bit of maneuvering, after you attach the wires together, you can close that up. So I'm going to show you that right now. You just have to get the wires in there right. And as you see, closes right up, 9.6 volt battery ready to go. But of course, I discharge all my batteries to keep them lasting longer so they're not charged. Okay, that's it with the stock, and of course, metal gearbox. Overall, for being the price it is, $100, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. If this gun was $150, I would still give it like an 8 out of 10. Perfect for CQB. This would probably, it's also really good for field, but CQB, you'd probably be unstoppable if you have the right tactics. Also, you got the your rear iron sight and your front iron sight. Both are really good. The front sight is not adjustable. The back sight, you can move it up and down by putting an Allen wrench right here. But I really see no need to, because just like the MP5, these sights are perfectly zeroed in. And usually I don't even need a red dot. But if I do eventually use the red dot that I'm buying for it, you know, I just adjust it right, you know, because red dot really does look good on this gun from when I used to have it. Okay, moving on to the other side of the gun here. We have the other RAS rail, full metal. Also the one on the bottom is full metal. Double-sided sling attachment, really good pro to the gun. That is metal also. Take it off with the Allen wrench right here. And if you want to put something on like a, I don't know why you'd want to, but an M203, you can slide it right on the rail. But yeah, you could. This gun's really modular. You can fit a whole bunch of different attachments on it. You got another sling attachment, just like the MP5. Just like the MP5, there's one on the back, one on the front, and one on the middle. And it's just really good feature. As I've already said, functional bolt catch. Other side of the fire selector. This gun has a lot of pros. It's almost endless. You can also take the top rail off if you want to. You got 2 Allen screws you just take out. And if you didn't see before, that's the Allen screw that you adjust for the back sight. Okay, well, that's pretty much all I can go over the gun with here. Oh, my camera's falling. But, yeah. And yes, I have pants on. See? Hey. But, yeah, that's all I can really go over here with the gun. If you have any questions, make sure to ask. Just to go over some things real quick before we go. The price was $100 for the gun. Extra mags, $15. They are the TSD brand, or the Star brand mags. They should be on the website still on eBike. Really good gun. I think they've raised the price to $110 on the website. I think they figured out the gun was awesome. Stock 8.4 volt. Bought a 9.6 volt battery. 1500 milliamp, cost me $27 on eBike, which is actually a really good deal for getting something on eBike. As I said, nothing less than .20s in the gun. If you want to, you get 250 to 260 FPS on .23s, but I don't see the need to. Also, gun came with an unjamming rod. Really easy to clean the gun, you know, simple, as I've already, gone over in a whole bunch of my videos. Silicone in the mag well, silicone in the barrel, clean it out with the unjamming rod with tissue on the end. Overall price of the gun with 2 mags, 2 batteries, and say 5,000 round of BBs, you're looking probably 150 to 160 bucks, which is an excellent deal for having everything you need for a gun that you absolutely know is just gonna be awesome out on the field. Okay, I hope this deeper review on the TSD has kind of answered a couple questions if you've had any on the gun. Hopefully y'all like this video. If you have any other guns you'd like me to remake a review on, remember, send me a private message on my channel and not a comment. Sometimes I check my comments, but it just all depends. I just like to answer the messages because it's all in one place. I don't gotta jump from video to video and all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been a What You Looking At production. Make sure you subscribe, comment, rate, and request. This is What You Looking At out. Just so I don't forget before I go, this is not a TSD ump. That's the manufacturer. You can say TSD ump, TSD, UMG, whatever. But the actual brand is Double Eagle M89. Thought I'd just go over that before I stop the video. Okay, that's it. Thank you.